Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 2026. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and a blessing being with the family that you were with. It's freezing out there, so wrap up warm today. We continue our reading the Red with chapter 7, verse 31. To what then shall I compare the people of this generation, and what are they like? Jesus had presented to them his affirmation of the message of John, and he declared that there were those that responded to John and those that rejected John and the things that John had to say. He says that the people were drawn and they were repentant, but the religious, they were unwilling to be told. So religious people will not be told. They have a spirit that says this, don't tell me. And here, Jesus, in verse 31, he makes that clear and he says, to what then shall I compare the people of this generation? And so he says, what are they like? What are they really like? And primarily, people that Jesus was referring to in the negative context of this verse, Jesus is saying, they won't be told. And people who won't be told usually are stubborn and they're proud. Now, is there ever a righteous position to hold in that posture? Do you know something is right and then you stand firm? Or do you know something is right and you bend? These religious guys, they believed that what Jesus was presenting and what John the Baptist was presenting didn't come in line with their perspectives. And so they rejected it. And God gives us that freedom to reject the things that we don't accept. That's called freedom, free choice. But Jesus doesn't evaluate these people in a particularly positive light, because he goes on in 31 and he says this, and what are they like? So he says, what are they like? It's like a derogative declaration. Why don't they get it? What are they like? What's stopping them? So I'm reading it and I'm thinking, well, Jesus, what's stopping them is they don't agree with you. They are seeing things in a different way. Is that a problem to you, Jesus? And the answer, of course, is that God doesn't mind us coming to a different conclusion as it relates to life. But there will be consequences if the conclusion we come to isn't reflective of what God has said is the truth. So here Jesus is saying God required, according to John the Baptist, that you should have repented of your sins. But you didn't. The people did, but you religious people didn't. Why not? Because you was holding fast to the historic connection that God provided in Moses as it relates to coming to God. In the law, in the sacraments, God gave access to Israel, provided they kept them, of course. But they never did, or at least they never consistently kept them. And as a result of that, they drifted back away from God. So Jesus is bringing something new here, but these religious people are unwilling to accept it. They want to hold on to the things that they know. Don't tell me, they say. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.